All right, welcome back to the channel. Terence Crawford calls Floyd Mayweather Jr. over a $20 argument with Rolly Romero. And Rolly Romero tells Bud to mind his business. I have to talk about this because I think somebody needs to tell Rolly Romero, man, you need to be a little bit smarter. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. So let's call this just a little bit of an episode for young men that aren't necessarily that experienced in the world. Because I turn on, go to YouTube, see an interview where Rolly Romero was working out, and it came out yesterday, and he tells this story that takes place with Team Terence Crawford. Now, as I'm listening to it, and I'll get into the details, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to listen to something going on with Terence Crawford and Rolly Romero where Terence Crawford's team is acting childish and they do something, they call Floyd Mayweather or something that doesn't mean anything. Whoa, how immature Terence Crawford, right? That type of thing. But as I listened to what was said and then I actually thought about what they said happened, I thought, wow, Terence Crawford, thank you very much for talking to Rolly Romero. You probably saved Rolly Romero a lot of difficulty in his life, and he just didn't realize it and is trying to blame you. Now, let me explain what that is, because I promise you, this was reported as if Terence Crawford was petty. This is what Rolly Romero and the guy that is filming the camera said. Rolly Romero and Terence Crawford were both at the Errol Spence Jr. fight in December in Dallas. I was there and I can attest personally to the fact that they were both there. I can tell you what clothes they were wearing. Rolly Romero, I do believe, was wearing some like a full-bodied acid wash jean outfit, something like that. And Terence Crawford is on the camera that I have him. So I can assure you that it is not a rumor that Rolly Romero and Terence Crawford were in close proximity to each other during that fight. I saw them both. They both come up to about the middle of my chest, and I knew exactly who they were. Along with guys like Jermell Charlo or Danis Ugas, goes on and on and on with the fighters that were from the PBC that were there. So when Rolly Romero says, this is what Rolly Romero says. He says that he was hustling somebody from Terence Crawford's team. Hit the brakes. You were gambling with somebody with Terence Crawford's team, and you hustled them. Hustle means you were not quite honest with them, and as a result, this man lost $20. So this man, I don't know who he is, this is what Rolly Romero was saying, says, let me go tell Terence Crawford about this. Terence Crawford then comes back to Rolly Romero and says, get a guy's money back, man. What you doing? Give him his money back. Now, Rolly Romero takes $40 and throws it at Terence Crawford. And Terence Crawford leaves. This is from Rolly Romero, right? Not making anything up, not being biased, just telling you what Rolly Romero said on Fight Hype. And this is important. This is not gossipy stuff because you don't want to see people with yellow tape all over the place. See, this is a story for me that looked like Terence Crawford didn't want to see a lot of yellow tape. So he goes and tells Rolly Romero, dude, get this guy his money, man. Give him his money, man. Because you don't understand, and I've had this conversation with people about cheating. Some people do not play with cheating. In the Midwest, in craps, in cards, in spades, dice, what did I say, crap? You got it. Dominoes, people don't play with dominoes. If you bet money, they don't play. They don't play with tonk. They don't play with any of that because you're playing with money. And more importantly, you're cheating somebody. They thought it was a fair deal and it wasn't a fair deal. You cheated them. That's what it means to hustle somebody, right? I call it a scam. Other people say you got to hustle. He ran a scam and he laughed about it. Like, it's just $20. What do you care? No, man, it's not just the $20, man. It's the fact that you did it to him. And now we got to think, did I ever gamble with you again before? Did you cheat me? When Terence lost to my boy over, did he cheat? I mean, when whoever lost, so what happens? Terence Crawford tells him, give me my boy's money. The guy throws $40 at him, twice the money, right? Now, what does Riley say Terence Crawford does next? Terence calls Floyd Mayweather and says, look, man, your boy did da-da-da. Now, the guys in this conversation, these young men in this conversation, are thinking that was silly for Terence Crawford to call Floyd Mayweather. No, it was not. It was very intelligent for him to call Floyd Mayweather Jr. and say, look, man, your boy is out here scamming people. Your boy is out here, by Riley's own admission, your boy is out here hustling people. He told me he hustled. He didn't even want to get a money back when I stepped up to stop the fight that was going to take place. And if you think guys from Omaha, Nebraska, that get money taken from them when you cheat are going to box you, the only reason that they might consider boxing you is because they don't want to ruin Terence Crawford's career. And Terence might step to you and say, dude, I don't want to ruin your career. Apologize to these guys and give him his money back, man. And now Riley won't do it, but Terence is out there thinking, dude, how do I keep the people from being upset with each other and start throwing hands? Because I'm sure that's all people do these days out there in them streets is just box you, right? Whole bunch of people not around anymore on the south side of Chicago because people are just, boxing with their hands. No, man, you do not steal. You do not hustle people and get caught. That's the golden rule, dog. You can hustling is funny till you get caught. Hustling is funny till you get caught. Then people ain't playing so much. They're not, and you didn't hustle, and nobody hustled Terence Crawford. So here, Terence could have just said, "Let me walk away and ignore it," and then just see what happens. If somebody really mad who's been drinking and kicking it all night and, already likes to fight, let's just see what happens if I don't ask my guys not to get mad at you and give you the opportunity just to give me my money. Now, see, if Terence Crawford had walked up to me and he had caught me stealing, because that's what it is. Hustling is stealing, right? So if he caught me stealing from him and he was like, look, dude, I think you're making money up from me. I think that's my money. I would say, hey, man, why do you think it's your money? Oh, this, why, and that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think that was cheating. But if you consider that cheating, here's your money. And I'm sorry about that, man. I definitely did not intend to do that. And then it can end there. But balling your money up and throwing it in somebody's face, dog, you didn't end the beef. You continued the beef. Right on up to Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I mean up to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Why does Floyd want to be bothered with that? Now, I don't think that if I was necessary, I am not Floyd, obviously, but, I've been in a situation where people worked for me before. And let me tell you, I didn't like the person that started the trouble. Like, dude, you took this dude's money. If you took my money and I caught you taking my money, I would be quite hot. So what am I supposed to say to this guy exactly? See, people see the world in different ways, man. And I think you need to have just a code of behavior. And that is just, come on. But I'm not going to allow Terence Crawford to be painted in a negative way off some gossipy stuff being thrown out at him as a way just to kind of clout chase. Because what it sounded like to me was that Terence Crawford did that man a big, big favor. A big, big favor. Okay? And might have squat because they're no longer in Dallas now. Right? Everybody left Dallas and everybody's alive. Nobody's bruised. So to me, it seems like, hey, man, good job, Terence. Way to step in there, man, and save some nonsense from going on. I think Terence Crawford needs to be complimented for that little move based on what Romero said in his Fight Hype video. But I'm sorry, maybe I'm just acting too much like an old man. But with that, I'm out. Peace.